In the top stories, Ministry of Health reaffirms commitment to healthcare excellence. Venezuela's president set for third term amid election disputes and growing crisis. And Congress set to certify Trump's electoral victory in January 6th session. Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Midday Newscast. Today is Monday, January 6th. I'm your presenter, Shanique Harvey. Nationally, the Ministry of Health, St. Kitts and Nevis says it is continuing its commitment to improving health care in the Federation amidst recent allegations levied against it. In a statement issued on Sunday, the ministry said that they are in the process of expanding its medical team and expertise, and that all appointments are guided by standards to ensure patient safety, compliance with professional regulations, and alignment with their objectives. Efforts include increased specialist personnel, such as the increase in consultant anesthesiologists from 2 to 3 and consultant internists from 2 to 4. Advanced nursing expertise, which includes 3 nurses with specialized ICU training and a 4th with extensive international ICU experience, with another expected to join the staff shortly. And the future expansion of expertise with Dr. Jonathan Carty, who is currently pursuing his specialty in intensive care medicine in Cuba and will complete his training in June 2025. The ministry said it is further committed as through infrastructure development, stating, quote, "The construction of a new state-of-the-art smart hospital is progressing smoothly, promising advanced healthcare facilities for our citizens and the addition of more specialist doctors, including an endocrinologist and a neurologist, has significantly improved healthcare services in St. Kitts and Nevis," end quote. The ministry says that the government remains steadfast in its mission to provide high-quality, accessible healthcare to all citizens, and that they value feedback. The statement concludes by saying, quote, "It is crucial that public discourse is informed by accurate information and a comprehensive understanding of the standards and protocols that govern our healthcare system," end quote. The sudden passing of Malachi Ferguson, a member of the St. Kitts National Youth Parliament Association, or SCANIPA, has left the community in mourning. Ferguson, who was known for his contributions to nation building and his leadership with SCANIPA, passed away unexpectedly, resulting in an outpouring of tributes from government officials and his peers. One of the founders of SCANIPA, Honorable Dr. Jeffrey Hanley, extended his deepest condolences to Ferguson's family, describing him as a passionate and dedicated young man. He stated, quote, "Malachi was a young man who made significant contributions to nation building during his active tenure in the group. We are better as a people for the positive impact of his life. My prayers are with his relatives and all who mourn his passing, including his SCANIPA family. May they find comfort and may his soul rest in eternal peace," end quote. Ferguson's sudden loss has deeply impacted those who knew him through his work with SCANIPA, where he served in various capacities, including public relations officer and vice president. SCANIPA President Hassani MacDonald highlighted Ferguson's leadership contributions to key initiatives and his role as a mentor to younger members. His absence leaves a significant void, but his legacy of service and dedication will be remembered by the organization. Ferguson's contributions were also remembered by Attorney General Honorable Garth Wilkin, who spoke fondly of the young man's impact on both the legal and youth communities. Wilkin shared that Ferguson had remained in touch with him following their initial meeting in 2020, where he was involved in a bar association mock trial. Wilkin stated, quote, "He didn't live long, but his impact will endure in the hearts of the many lives he touched, including mine. He will never be forgotten. Sleep in eternal peace, young man," end quote. The St. Kitts Water Services Department has announced that residents of Sandy Point may experience low water pressure today, January 6th. The department will provide further updates as new information becomes available. The St. Kitts Water Services Department extends its apologies for any inconvenience caused and appreciates the public's understanding. For additional updates, residents are encouraged to follow the St. Kitts Water Services Department's Facebook page or visit the official website at mopieUDT.gov.kn and water.gov.kn. We move now to news on the regional scene. President Nicolas Maduro will be sworn in for a third term on Friday despite widespread doubts about the legitimacy of last year's election. Opposition leader Edmundo Gonzalez, who claims to have won, fled to Spain after an arrest warrant was issued against him. While Venezuela's Electoral Council declared Maduro the winner, opposition tally sheets showed Gonzalez receiving twice as many votes. International observers, including the Carter Center, supported the opposition's claims. Maduro's inauguration will proceed amid protests and a weakened opposition, with over 2,000 activists arrested. Venezuela continues to face economic hardship, and Maduro's international isolation remains, with few global leaders expected to attend. Trinidad and Tobago prosecutors will be provided with additional security following the December 31st assassination of Special Prosecutor Randall Hector. Hector was fatally shot after delivering a sermon in Port of Spain, marking the 624th murder of 2024, the deadliest year in recent history. Director of Public Prosecutions Roger Gaspard met with his team on January 3rd to address safety concerns. Police Commissioner Erla Harewood Christopher confirmed that enhanced security is being implemented for key figures in the criminal justice system. Authorities believe Hector's killing was linked to his work on gang-related cases, and they are working with the Special Branch to assess further threats against prosecutors. Internationally, the United States Congress will convene today to count electoral votes, a process expected to be uneventful compared to the chaos of January 6, 2021, when a mob disrupted the certification of Joe Biden's victory over Donald Trump. This time, Trump returns to office after a decisive 312 to 226 Electoral College win over Vice President Kamala Harris, who will preside over the session as required by the Constitution. The joint session, typically ceremonial, involves opening sealed state certificates, reading results aloud, and declaring the winner. Congress strengthened the process with the 2022 Electoral Count Act, clarifying that the vice president's role is purely ceremonial. Harris will certify her own loss, just as Mike Pence and others before her have done. Objections to state results now require 1/5 support for each chamber, a higher threshold than before. If objections meet this standard, the House and Senate debate them separately. However, objections are unlikely this year. Once certified, Trump's inauguration is set for January 20th. And finally, in international news, South Korea's anti-corruption agency has asked police to assist in detaining impeached President Yoon Suk-yeol after a failed attempt last week. Investigators were blocked by security forces at Yoon's residence during standoff. The request comes as a detention warrant is set to expire at midnight. Yoon is under investigation for declaring martial law in December, which triggered political unrest. His legal team argues the detention attempt was illegal, citing a lack of authority for the investigation. Yoon's powers were suspended after his impeachment, and the Constitutional Court is deliberating whether to remove or reinstate him. Protests and increased security continue around his residence. And now for the weather. Present weather is partly cloudy skies. Winds are a gentle breeze of 10 miles per hour from the northeast. The temperature for today is 27 degrees Celsius or 81 degrees Fahrenheit. Seas are 1.5 to 2.1 meters or 5 to 7 feet, with northeasterly swells reaching 1.5 meters or 5 feet. A high surf advisory remains in effect. Weather forecast for today will be partly sunny with a 20% or slight chance of showers. Tonight is mostly fair with a 10% or slight chance of showers. Sunset for today will be at 5:52 p.m. and sunrise for tomorrow will be at 6:42 a.m. And that brings us to the end of the ZIZ Midday Newscast. Join us this evening for these stories and more in detail. Thank you for tuning in. I'm your presenter, Shanique Harvey.